Meanwhile, back on Bizzaro World.
In not very long time, you make choice for president. Bizzaro asks you to not vote Bizzaro. Losing is winning. Help Bizzaro win. Don't vote Bizzaro.
Paid for by the people not supporting, therefore in support of Bizzaro.
The delusions on the campaign trail are flailing around with a mounting flagrant disregard for truth after a significant portion of Trump's support was deplatformed by naked totalitarianism in Silicon Valley.
They have 25 people now running for the office of president, and some of these people are stone cold crazy.
I've known what I wanted to do since I was in second grade.
You wanted to be president?
I wanted to be a public school teacher. Can we hear it for our public?
Recently, Joe Biden, who is now leading in the polls, wholeheartedly agreed with the sheer nonsense spewing from a supporter mired in mainstream conspiracy theories and propagandized fear-mongering.
I have a very severe case of what's called Trump derangement syndrome. He's failing in carrying out the most basic function to uphold the Constitution. He is not defending our national security. He has no interest in doing it. I don't want to live in a country run by Vladimir Putin. He's an illegitimate president in my mind. That's it. I think all the talk about impeachment and what the Democrats should do, that's fine. It's theoretical at this point. Let them investigate, let them subpoena, let them go to the Supreme Court. He's illegitimate. And my biggest fear is that he's going to do it again with the help of Vlad, his best pal, and we're going to be stuck for 6 more years of this guy. And that is terrifying. It's terrifying.
Would you be my vice presidential candidate? Folks, look, I absolutely agree.
What Biden's supporters will soon learn is that Biden is far more embedded in the dark world of pay-to-play foreign collusion than President Trump could ever be.
Joe Biden literally leveraged $1 billion taxpayer dollars, demanding in 6 hours that a prosecutor investigating his own son gets fired as a result of his connections to this energy company. Here's the tape.
We're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a got fired.
Democrats again rallied around their retelling of obstruction and Watergateesque fantasies, reading the Mueller report in a marathon display of denial.
Redaction, grand jury, redaction, grand jury.
Well, maybe now, after poring over it for 12 hours, they have come to terms with the fact that after 2 years of their pseudo-patriotic, republic-crippling, fraudulent-based witch hunt, there was no collusion or obstruction of the Russian collusion fantasy. But that still won't stop the madness of the Democratic-led House from pushing an LGBTQ equality bill that will ultimately strip away the civil rights of average Americans.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I rise to support H.R. 5, the Equality Act. I have to stop for a second and take in this momentous occasion, for I have the honor of being on the floor of the U.S. House of Representatives speaking in favor of a bill that I've worked on for the past 5 years that will finally give full legal equality to the LGBTQ community here in America. This is truly historic.
The bill harms people in so many ways, destroying safe spaces for women, undermining women-owned businesses, intimidating the free exercise of conscience. But let me concentrate on one aspect, the destructive impact it has on women's sports. Wherever these laws are imposed, biological males have begun to dominate women's competitions.
A, quote, perception or belief, even if inaccurate, of suspected discrimination. A perception or belief, even if inaccurate, of suspected discrimination. How can we write legislation like this?
Meanwhile, President Trump, for better or worse, still connects with the American dream in all of its ragged glory.
They have a $100 trillion Green New Deal. Nobody has any idea what the hell it is. They know that you can't take a plane anymore. You have to take a train to Hawaii. Train.
John Bound reporting.